I just pushed a deployment of Galactic Impact up to a live server, and it seems to be working a little bit. Um, and since Galactic Impact is turn-based and asynchronous, it doesn't really fit super well into the sort of streaming paradigm, and I'm too old to figure that crap out anyway. So I thought maybe this might be the next best thing, kind of doing a couple of videos of sort of live playthroughs as I'm testing it out, trying to figure things out. So I'll be creating an account, the very first account on the live server for the first time ever. Hopefully this works and there's no bugs, but just kind of gonna run through it and take a first couple of turns on the test server as it is. So I'm gonna sign up. Hopefully I type my password right. All right, so I need to name my empire. This name I like to use for online games. And I'm gonna sign up. All right, so it seems to have worked without too much of a problem. Let's go check out the galaxy map. All right, so I have a planet called Arcab or a star that is called Arcab that it has created for me. It's created me 2 scouts and a ship that I can send passengers to another star on. Let's see. I have my home world here. Have some farms set up for me automatically, and have the ability to build some additional stuff. So one of the things here in a 4X game is you need to extract the resources from the planet so that you can continue making money and building stuff. So I'm going to build a couple of mines, and there's a weird form submission error, so I'm just going to build 6 right there, and then I'm going to reload the page. And now I have some mines. And so mines are going to convert pyrite from the planet into latinum, which then I can use a bank. And a bank will then be able to sell that latinum to the galactic whatever, and then we'll have galactic credits that we can use to build ships. So now I'm on my home world. I built out a little bit of infrastructure here. And so let's see, I have a little bit of money left. I have 1,000 galactic credits left. So maybe I will also say I have 2 scouts already. I don't really know what other stars are out there yet, so who knows? Maybe I'll build a 3rd scout. No, actually, let's take a look at my star system and see what's here. So in the star system, we have this planet that's quite close to the sun, but that's okay. It's a vapor planet. It's a little bit harsher world than an oxygen world, but that's okay. We can probably land there. Have another vapor world here. And then this looks like, what do we have here? This looks like a nitrogen planet. Okay, so all of these are some pretty good opportunities for expanding and setting up outposts. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this money and I'm going to build myself 2 more passenger ships, 2 more transports. I'm going to build 1, 2. I'm ready to load the page here. All right, so now I have my shipyard has a build queue. It looks like I'm trying to build 2 foundation ships. Great. Cool. So the next thing to do here, let's take a look at the galaxy maps. I don't really know what else is going on around me right now. So a feature that I am planning on building, but I have not built yet, is the ability for a new player to click a button, kind of give themselves a free game update, to make sure that they can do a few things once they've signed in, and it's not just they just show up and do basically what I just did, and then have to leave and come back in 3 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a game update right now in the console, and so this is going to go through and it's going to update all of my worlds, all of the ships. I made a mistake. Shoot, I forgot to give my existing ship an order to land on one of these planets. So 4485. So I'd like this to land, and this is all just my sort of debugging interface to 4465. Right, yes. It's just all my debugging interface so that I can actually make some of these things happen at the same time as the game is still in progress. All right, so I should have 4485. Oh no. Nope, I've made a mistake. Let's see. Let's try this again. Trying to send this ship to 4485. That was a mistake. .4485, and we want to populate that planet. Yes. Okay. So since I have made a tactical error here, so I'm gonna run myself another game update. But during that first game update, I will have run my planet has run its sort of long range sensors, and so now I see these other stars that are around me. And so let's see, this is star number 25. I'm going to send one of my scouts out to star number 25 and see what's out there. 31, type star 25. Cool. All right, so now I should have, if I look at my scout number 1, oops. It's scout number 1. It's currently being dispatched to Beta Andromedae. And if I look at the galaxy map now, it tells me that it's going to be headed that direction. So now let's see. Now my original Foundation ship, I meant to do this on my first turn, and I sort of screwed that up a little bit. So I'm going to run myself another update real quick. So this was ideally would have done this before I screwed up, but do it now. All right, so while that runs, I'm going to take a look at what else. Maybe I'm going to use this other scout, and I'm going to have this other scout take a look at, let's see, this one sounds like a fun name, Zeta Microscopy. This is star number 31. So I'm going to take a look at Scout 2. And I'm going to dispatch them, priority 1 to, what did I say, 31? 31. All right. 31. Okay. Right. Cool. So now, actually, because the turn update has happened, now my first scout is actually now partly en route to Beta Andromedae, which is going to be kind of fun there. All right. And I have also now set up another outpost here on Arcab 0. Open this up, and my ship has landed and turned into a farm. I think I showed this on a previous video. But I'm going to set up some mines, and I'm going to start getting to work on some of this valuable pyrite here. And, oh, I ran out of money. All right, so that's going to be, I think, the end of my turn. And hopefully these, so now it looks like, yep, so my mines have pulled some pyrite out of the planet, so I can see that the total pyrite amount on the planet has gone down. My latinum stockpiles have gone up. And then I'm assuming these banks have turned some of that latinum into some money. So now I'm sort of out of things to do, but I feel pretty well set up for my next turn. That's when the game updates again. My one scout will continue its way to Beta Andromedae, and my other scout will be headed to Zeta Microscopy. And I have I have 2 Foundation ships, right? So I'm gonna finish landing my ships all over the rest of the planets here. So these are 4486 and 4487. In the final game, it won't be anything like this tedious. There'll be some like a cool pick whip. You can just grab the ship and drag it to the planet, and it'll queue up the order. But for now, we're sort of still in development phase, so I have to do some of these sort of data entry things manually. 4486. Let's see. Populate. 31, 4486. All right. And this one is going to go to 4487. Okay, 4487. All right, so yeah, if you continue following along with these videos as we go, you'll get to see all these interfaces improve and grow as the game becomes more finalized. But for now, I'm just testing this out. Thought it might be cool to have some little video record of how the game progressed. All right, so just gonna make sure I didn't forget to order anybody around. So this scout is headed in Zeta Microscopy. My 2 Foundation ships are both getting ready to set up new outposts. and my homeworld is queued up with some good resource extraction, and I think that is going to be that. Great. So, sort of the core mechanic here is that the game updates every 3 hours, and everyone takes a turn at the same time. So, sort of simultaneous turn taking at the sort of galactic scale. So, in a few hours, I'm going to check back in, and I'm going to see what has happened with my with all of my Imperial actions here, and hopefully I'll have made enough money that I can continue to build out some infrastructure, and I can take a couple turns and I can grow my empire across the universe.